You are sitting alone. It is late. The room is quiet. Everyone else is asleep. But inside your head, someone is still talking. Someone who forgot about you hours ago. Someone who said 10 words this morning and moved on with their day. You are still in that moment, replaying it, rewinding it, rewriting it. They are not thinking about you, but you are giving them the best hours of your night. That is not who you think you are, and yet it keeps happening. Every person who has ever gotten under your skin found one thing before they found you. Not a weakness, a gap, an open door in your inner world with no one standing at it. They did not break through your defenses. You had none built. The door was open, they walked in, and you wondered why the room felt different after. Today, you build the door. You learn to close it, and you learn to decide who gets a key. 3 rules, not advice, not philosophy, rules. The kind a slave named Epictetus built from inside chains, with nothing, and still found more freedom inside himself than most people with everything will ever know. The kind Marcus Aurelius practiced alone every morning before an empire arrived at his door. Every day without these rules, your peace belongs to whoever shows up first. That ends now. Rule 1. Build the wall before they arrive. Imagine a man walking into a room unprepared. His shoulders are already tight. His jaw is already set. Before anyone has said a word, the damage is already halfway done. He came in open, and open rooms get filled. Most people believe the work happens after the comment lands, after the heat rises, after the day falls apart. They breathe through it, talk themselves down, try to recover. But you cannot repair a wall that was never built. The wall goes up before you walk in, not during, before. Every morning of his reign, Marcus Aurelius sat alone in a quiet room, before anyone arrived, before the wars, the betrayals, the weight of ruling the world knocked on his door. He prepared. He said to himself, "Today I will meet people who are rude, ungrateful, dishonest, difficult." Not as a threat, as a fact already placed, already outside the wall. So when the difficult person arrived, and they always arrived, they stepped into a room that had already been arranged. The sharpness hit stone, not skin. That is the secret. A person who cannot surprise you cannot move you. Decide before you arrive. Decide in the car. Decide in the hallway. Decide with your hand still on the door. Exactly how much of your inner world this room gets. The answer is always the same. Not much. Almost none. Picture David. Every Monday morning for 7 years, same meeting, same director, same sharp voice cutting across the table. David drove in with his chest already tight. He walked out carrying the weight until Thursday. One instruction changed everything. 3 minutes. Sit in the car. Place it. Build the wall before the door opens. The next Monday, the director was exactly as sharp as always, but the sharpness hit something different this time. It hit stone. It slid off. The meeting ended. David stood up and walked out the same person who walked in, for the first time in 7 years. Every room you ever walked into unprepared, the result was decided before anyone opened their mouth. The wall is built before the storm, not during it. But a wall only holds when you understand what is actually knocking, and most of what knocks is not what it looks like from the inside. Rule 2. Read what is actually hitting you. Imagine someone throws a stone at a window. The glass cracks. Now imagine the window finds out that stone was not thrown at the window. It was thrown at the wall beside it,
and missed. That is what has been happening to you. The cold comment, the dismissal across the table, the unkind word from someone who barely looked up. None of it was aimed at you. It was thrown by someone already in pain, and you were standing in the path of it. You have been reading a signal that was never addressed to you. You took it home, you studied it, you asked what it meant about you. You interrogated yourself over a message that had a different name on the envelope. The Stoics had one question for exactly this moment. One question before the heat builds, before the story starts, before the replay begins at 2 in the morning. Whose pain is this? Look at the person who delivered it. Picture their day. Picture the room they came from before they entered yours. Picture the weight they were carrying before you were ever in the picture. Almost every time, the answer is clear. This pain is theirs. It was theirs before it arrived. It will be theirs after it leaves. It was never yours. Picture Nina. 9 years, every performance review felt like a courtroom. Her manager, precise, cold, every word landing like a cut. She drove home running his sentences on a loop. What did he mean? What does this say about me? One afternoon, a colleague stopped her in the corridor. 20 words. He was like this before you arrived. He will be like this after you leave. It has nothing to do with you. 9 years of verdicts. Not one of them had ever been about Nina. She did not feel angry. She felt something lift, like a bag she had been carrying through every room for 9 years, and she had just found out it was never packed for her. She put it down, right there in the corridor. She has never picked it back up. Every verdict you accepted from someone who had no authority to issue one, you served a sentence for a crime that never had your name on it. The wall stops what arrives. Reading the signal correctly stops what tries to attach. But there is one more rule, the one that clears what's already inside. Weight you've been carrying from rooms you left years ago. Weight so familiar you stopped noticing it was there.
Rule 3. Put down what is not yours to carry. Picture a man walking through a city, both hands full, a bag on each shoulder. He has been carrying these bags for so long, he forgot they were not always his. He forgot there was a moment when he picked them up. He just knows that walking feels heavy. Every room feels harder than it should. The bags were packed by other people, people who put them down years ago. He is still carrying them. Letting go is not a feeling. It is a decision you make in a quiet room before the feeling is ready. Marcus Aurelius wrote it alone, late at night, for no one but himself. Confine yourself to the present. Because the past you carry into the present is the past that runs the present. Every new room seen through an old wound is a room that was already decided before you walked through the door. Your body does not know the difference between a memory and a moment happening right now. The same tension fires, the same tightness in the chest, the same narrowed vision. You are paying full price today, right now, in this present hour, for something that ended years ago. Picture Richard, 7 years carrying a betrayal. He could see it clearly, the documents, the timeline, the damage. He was right about every detail. And he had not stepped into a single new room since without that old room walking in beside him.
A teacher sat across from him and asked one question. Is what you are carrying making you bigger or smaller? 3 days of silence, then one honest answer. Smaller. He did not let go because he was ready. He let go because he finally understood ready was never going to arrive on its own. The carrying was the thing preventing the readiness. He made the decision, imperfectly, quietly. And on the other side, not in a day, but genuinely, he felt something he hadn't felt in 7 years. Space. New rooms looking like new rooms. For the first time. Putting it down was not a gift he gave the person who hurt him. It was a gift he gave every room he walked into after them.
3 rules. That is the entire distance between a person who gets moved by everything and a person who stands still while everything moves around them. Build the wall before they arrive. Read what is actually hitting you. Put down what was never yours to carry. Picture that second type of person. They walk into difficult rooms, and the rooms do not change them. Someone says something sharp, and they do not move. Old weight arrives, and they see it clearly, name it, set it down. They are not cold. They are not numb. They simply made a decision that most people never make, that their inner world is theirs, not public property, not available to whoever arrives with something to press. That person is one decision away from where you are standing right now, not when circumstances are easier, not when the difficult people change, now, in the next hard moment. When something arrives at the wall, you will know exactly what to do. Build, read, release. 3 rules, 1 life. Nobody gets inside unless you give them permission.